I'm here with Pato O'Ward, who's going to be racing this weekend for United Autosport. It's just a one-off for you this year. You're here in your Rico 7, but you've raced here before in a similar car back in 2018 with Performance Technical Sports. What can you take from that experience to help you this weekend and next weekend?
Yeah, I'm starting my fourth 24 Hours of Daytona. I did PC in 2017. I did a P2 car in 2018, P2 car in 2022, and another P2 car in 2024. So I expect it to be good competition. I expect it to be a very long race, very long mentally draining and physical race, but we're ready for the challenge.
Right. Obviously, things are a little different as compared to the previous years. You powers down as compared to when you were full-time, but it's still going to be a very fun experience. You got 10 other teams that are going to be all over you guys out there in your class. Just what's going to be the key to a good finish out here?
The key to a good finish is always minimizing mistakes, minimizing the errors. It's okay to take a little bit of extra time with certain areas just to make sure you don't make those costly mistakes.
Right. Is this going to be your only sports car race of the year, period? Or are you going to maybe pick up something else somewhere else?
I'd love to do Petit Le Mans at the end of the year, but as of now, this is all I've got.
Okay. In addition to this, you're back in IndyCar with Arrow McLaren SP this season. Last year you finished fourth in points. You didn't score any victories, but you had 7 podium finishes. How would you describe your season?
Yeah, back with Arrow McLaren this year. We had, honestly, our best performing year last year. Obviously, the elephant in the room is that we didn't get a race win, but just because you didn't get a race win doesn't mean you have a good year. So I think that was the biggest learning that we did, is that you can still have a pretty good year without having any wins. So we're just gonna keep chipping at it, making sure we clean up the little things, and that should keep us in contention quite a few times to get these race wins and more podiums.
Now, this year, Texas has been dropped from the IndyCar calendar. It's a race that at one point you just sank and destroyed the field at one point last year. At one point you were down to like 3 guys on the lead lap. But is it important for IndyCar to have a race like Texas on the schedule?
It is, because it's the first super speedway that we would have, and it's the only other super speedway that we would have before the Indy 500. So it's definitely, I believe, a loss to not have Texas, and it is what it is. I just, I'd hate to see these really nice kind of events go, and then we've got a big void to fill there in kind of Texas area. We don't really have anything there. And it's a massive market, so I don't agree with the change, but that's just me.
And this comes just after they finally really worked the TJ1 stuff out of there, and you could finally have decent races.
The race last year in Texas was one of the best Texas races we've seen. Like, it was definitely back to kind of what the old days were more like. Obviously, we weren't 4 cars in a wide, but we were no problem, 2 cars, 2 lanes, no issue, and it offered some really, really good racing. So I had a lot of fun with it, and I was pretty bummed to see it leave, because that's also the closest that I have to home, which is Mexico. So I'm definitely on the sad boat when thinking Texas is gone.
Yeah, I'm happy I actually got there and saw that before it actually went off the schedule.
Disappeared, yeah.
Yeah. Now this year, David Malukas is joining your team, along with, in addition to yourself and Alexander Rossi. What does David bring to the program?
He's young, he's fast, he's got a lot of energy, and I think he's really gonna enjoy the atmosphere that Arrow McLaren has to offer, and just McLaren racing as a family.
This is Blaine Perkins, driver of the number 9 Raceline Wheels CR7 Motorsports Chevy. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also check out one of those 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.